So hi, I'm Ed Whittingham. I'm the new Executive Director at the Pembina Institute. Now Pembina is an environmental NGO and think tank based in Canada, where we've got about 60 staff working on a range of sustainable energy issues across 7 offices. Including, among the issues we work on, one of them is the tar sands. The tar sands is really important to us. We think it's important to Canadians, and we also think that it's important to the US and frankly the future direction of energy production in the world. We work on tar sands in a bunch of ways. I mean, we're involved in working directly with companies on a bilateral basis when they're applying for projects. We produce a lot of reports looking at the environmental impacts of tar sands production. We are involved in multi-stakeholder groups that have been working together to try to solve some of the environmental problems. And frankly, we also do consulting to tar sands producers, helping them to reduce the environmental impacts associated with their productions. But why is it so important? And one of the reasons is it's looking at the future of how are we going to produce energy? How are we going to get from A to B in our cars? What kind of transport fuel are we going to burn? We're interested in a future of low impact, low emission energy. We think we absolutely have to get there. Tar sands right now undoubtedly represents a form of energy that has a higher environmental impact than most of the basket of comparison fuels that you look at. Now we know that industry and government are trying to bring down the impact, and we actually work directly on that. It's possible that on an air, land, and water basis you might be able to get the impacts down to a range of different conventional fuels. The big one for us, and also why it's so important, is around climate. Because without a doubt, when you look at tar sands and you imagine tripling the production of where it sits today, and even just conservative industry forecasts show about a tripling of production, unless there's some magic bullet of greenhouse gas mitigation technology out there, we're looking at tripling the climate impact at a time when the world cannot afford to increase emissions. In fact, the world has to stabilize emissions. And here in Cancun, where I'm at right now, we have a major international summit that is looking to do exactly that. So while the world is looking at stabilizing or decreasing, if we don't think about the pace and scale of production with the tar sands and let the impacts triple, we're looking at emissions going up, and we have a tough time imagining Canada reaching its greenhouse gas reduction targets while allowing a tripling of production in the tar sands. Now, we like to work collaboratively with a range of groups, including environmental groups, including NWF. We're a big supporter, a big fan of your organization. We realize that right now Canadian energy policy is dictated out of the United States, out of Washington, D.C. We need to be there, and to do that we need to work with the groups who have been working in the area. NWF has 75 years of history, so we look forward to working with you.